All right.
Yeah.
What
And
podcast is this, guys?
Number 4, I think.
Podcast number 4.
Woo.
Unofficial 4.
Yeah. Let me crack open my beer now. Less dramatically. There.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice and
slower.
slow. Nice and
Yeah.
slow.
So what you guys want to talk about, you know? How you guys been? How's your week's been going?
Fun.
How about you, David? Yeah?
I've got strep throat.
Oh, God. I really hope you don't have strep throat, because if you have strep throat, you know that's contagious,
Yeah, I
right?
know it's pretty contagious, so you guys are all exposed.
What a
Right
day.
I
now.
just got off last weekend. I was sick, and now fuck.
You were, which is why there's a delay to this episode recording.
It's all your fault. All of it.
Yeah.
100%.
Dude, I was coughing like a motherfucker. I mean, what do you want me to do? Record and every 2 seconds.
I was phlegming up, and there's something satisfying about like getting all that out. Then you kind of spit it at it, and then you look at it like, ugh, but then you're like, yeah,
That was inside me.
Yeah.
Man, I be swallowing that shit.
No, I coughed it up.
Yeah, I'm that type too. I like swallow after I cough it and you feel it like right in your like tongue or whatever. And I just like a minute later I'll just cough it again. And it's just like I know what you mean.
It's just a big rinse and repeat. Just
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
If it makes it up to my
honestly.
tongue, I might spit it out. But usually I don't. It isn't like my phlegm doesn't like go up there.
I'm also paranoid about like people watching me for some reason. I know it's disgusting and it's happened to everyone, but it's like a self-conscious thing. If someone else sees you phlegm up, like it's almost like you do it sneakily, like you're trying to rub one out in a corner somewhere. Like you look everywhere, like, oh, can I spit this out? And stuff like that.
Well,
Like,
now I mean, if you ever wondered what it was to swallow some warm cum,
Jesus.
just swallow your phlegm when you're sick, guys. Now we know what these poor girls have to go through.
Yeah, that's a
God.
great comparison.
Oh god.
Yeah, but it's less
They
salty.
gotta deal with cum and freaking producers. What a world we live in.
Anyway, yeah, so that's been
And
my
comedians.
comedians.
Louis C.K.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Yeah, that was. I don't know how I should feel about that.
Dude, he admitted to it.
Yeah, I know he did, and he actually put out a legit apology.
He goes, I'm sorry, but
So what's the backstory here? What happened here?
So,
What went down?
5 women accused Louis C.K. of masturbating in front of them.
Yeah,
Just like standing there on the street, like
Yeah,
looking at him.
but
jacking
apparently in his statement, he says that he pretty much got their consent to do it.
off. Really?
Is what I read. Because he goes, I never did it like
he
without
said.
consent.
Well, I think what he said was something along the lines of, he said, "Hey, do you want to see my dick?" or something.
Yeah,
like
he would
that.
ask them. Yeah,
But I don't think they would say yes. He would just do it. And they didn't think that he would or something like that. So I don't know how much the consent is. They knew that he was going to do it versus, like, they said yes and like, oh, he's probably not going to do it.
So
But-
maybe he was like, "I'm gonna show you my dick.
then
You have no
just do
choice."
it.
Boom.
and then just do it.
And then yeah, he I think that one of the stories I read like he was jacking off, and then right before he finished, he ran to the other room, finished in the other room. I don't know. It's a weird fucking story.
Like, where does this take place? Just
I
anywhere
think it was like in
public or what?
hotel room or something like that, like something like that.
Yeah.
So if you
Jeez.
ever go to Hollywood, don't go to anyone famous hotel room because that's where all the shit's going down.
Apparently, man, that's
And apparently this statement's not new. It's like this was something that was brought up a few years back.
Yeah,
Like back
was
in 2012, I believe. They were talking about
He's
there was
still
rumors
putting out
that this
shit.
happened before.
he's still putting out like content stuff.
His
Ever
movie, he just had a new movie. It's like I Love You Mother or something like that. Perfect title for the time right now. But I guess the company pulled that movie in.
Yeah, and
They're
you got-
pulling out all of his content.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that HBO pulled a special or something.
So if you have FX, you better watch your Louis show because that might be next.
I remember watching an episode of Louis and actually thought it was funny, like the first one.
I watched. Oh yeah, when he gets like a whole bunch of like limousines for the school bus.
I just remember he
Broke
ended up
down.
fucking some like younger chick because she wanted like to fuck some older dude or something like that, and he was just like, okay.
Yeah,
And it was such a weird show, but for some reason I was like, I think I can get into this show. So. But yeah, no, he's in deep shit right now. Maybe.
Man, I hope it was worth it.
it's never worth it.
No,
It's never worth it.
I don't. I wonder what kind of satisfaction he got off with that.
Maybe we just have to try it out, David. See what the whole deal is about that.
want to see my dick?
Yeah, check this out.
Plop.
Just float out.
Plop.
Like, where is it? I don't know.
So, yeah.
Zing.
So yeah, it's crazy. Who knows anything about our favorite actors or musicians? They're in it too. It's too many crap going on.
Yep. Everybody's jerking off.
Next thing you know, Tom Cruise is gonna come out.
So how was your week, Lalo? What'd you do? A lot of work.
Just a normal work.
Hey,
I'm getting sick as well.
your place of business does Uber Eats, right?
Yeah, we have Uber Eats. Yes.
Oh shit.
That is something I'm actually looking into because that seems like a pretty
So-
legit.
Basically, what happens is I know we have more than 3 drivers. We might have 4 Uber drivers, but in the city of Yakima. I'm not
Gotcha.
saying our store exclusive.
Oh, just like in the area.
But I know that they do charge like a $4.99.
Oh, that ain't shit. Dude.
So that's not too bad. But I know that we're a part of it.
I know
El Mirador.
Yeah,
Number 2.
there's only kind of one.
That's the only one now,
Yeah.
but they still call it number 2. The Kebab House does it.
Oh yeah.
Golden Wheel, they do it. And I believe McDonald's does it, but I don't see it on the website when you try to do Uber Eats. But I see
I
they
heard
have
that they did
promotions.
it. So, like, what stops the Uber driver from opening up, like, the burger or hot dog?
Slapping their
whatever?
dick into it?
Yeah.
That's 5 stars. It's just like a driver. Like if you're picking someone up, you want to have that 5-star review.
So more people come to you and stuff.
Yeah. So if you get bad reviews, they're gonna drop you.
But I mean,
How you gonna know if they
Because
put
the
their dick in your
store
food?
the store reviews you, like you'll get a thumbs up or thumbs down. And I know this for a fact because I've done the review.
I got dandruff, and they could be mistaken for some salt. So like, if I pick
Or
up an order,
cocaine.
So these guys, these Uber drivers, they take their jobs literal. I mean, if they want to have,
of course,
if they want to have that good, referral system or tips, because you can still tip them now. But yeah,
You tip them now?
you can tip
You
them now.
can.
Before you could not tip through the app because everything's done through the app when you do a Uber drive. Like when you're trying to be a,
Yeah,
when
I
you get picked
remember. I remember that.
all of it
I
goes
did.
through the app. Like you're not paying that driver. That driver gets paid once a month, I believe.
yeah, they
or it's
take like
weekly. I
a
think.
cash tip, right? That's
They-
that's the only way they can do.
you
they
could do
That's the
cash
only way they
tip,
used to
yes.
be able to do it.
Yeah.
There was a GIF or a video on Reddit the other day of a Uber driver, and he was dropping off these 3 people, 1 guy, 2 chicks. One chick is looking at the camera he's got set up, and he's got like $5 in a little tip jar. And right before she steps out of the car, she reaches in there and takes like the tips, and she just like leaves.
Nice.
Anyway, they track the bitch down, and she's got like her Instagram account like perma blocked and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, just like a feedback, and
They found her.
yeah, the internet's proud.
Damn, we got her, boys.
The internet is undefeated. But
Damn.
yeah, it's pretty cool what they're doing with Uber. I mean, they added the tips, which helps out. It's a good, second job if you need.
You're looking into
Part-time.
that, right, Lalo?
I actually did sign up.
I thought about
Uh,
it because the Uber's Eat to me seems easy enough.
It is. All you have to do
Like,
is pick it up and
You
deliver
don't
it.
have to deal with assholes in your vehicle. Like you're drunk, you're taking them somewhere. Like
You don't have to worry about them throwing up in your car. Yeah,
So if you're just picking up food,
it's really good.
yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck it.
I mean, you can pick up something for
Do they do
yourself
it
and eat on the
Both
way.
though. I mean, they probably have the option to
You could do
deliver
both.
food and pick
I
somebody up.
believe you
and
do
drop them off.
both, but I believe it's a separate app that you order
Yeah.
through. So if you want to
Oh.
get a ride, you go through the Uber app. If you want to
Okay.
get Uber Eats, there's an actual Uber Eats app.
Interesting.
But yeah, I did try to go for the to be an Uber driver. I got everything all set up. I was ready to go. All I needed was to get my vehicle inspected, and which there's like a few certified places here in Yakima. They charge $20, but you could go to your own mechanic and you just fill out a printable waiver, and they do like a checklist, and that's it. And then I was on my way to go do that, and I got a separate email saying that I wasn't licensed for a full year, and you're required to be full year licensed. So
Damn.
I have to
gotta
wait.
wait.
I have to wait a couple months to be a full year licensed.
So now,
driver.
if you start doing Uber, are you gonna do that full time, or are you gonna just do that on the
well,
weekends? Something like that.
Well, since we're in a smaller town, we're not like a big market like Seattle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it full time. I mean, it's good to do on my days off.
weekends.
I
time
was
off, yeah.
I was kind of thinking about going up to Seattle on my days off and just driving over there.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
You'll
Make
probably
extra cash.
Yeah, you'll probably make good money up there.
Because I've had a couple when I've been in Uber. I've always asked the guys like, "Hey, how's your income coming?" Like I remember when I got picked up in Tacoma for a concert, and the guy goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Seattle this weekend because it's a bigger call for Uber drivers over there. Like there's way more work. So just going to a bigger city, it probably will be a full-time gig. But if you're like in a small town like where we're at, it's a little bit harder to make a steady income because you have to drive so much to get better than minimum wage, as they say on the websites and whatnot.
Gotcha. I'm curious now if maybe one day we start a podcast, set an order for a certain restaurant, record, and see how long it takes them to get here. If it works at advertised time.
It tells you because I actually was gonna Uber Eats one day on my day off last week, and I was thinking about Golden Wheel because I genuinely like their food.
Yeah,
I'm a big Golden Wheel kind of guy, but they tell you on the website their times, like it's like half hour, 40 minutes, for most parts.
I've never eaten there. That's the place where they have
it's next.
Lotus Room, right?
It's that one.
I went there one time and sat down, but then got up quickly and just went into the back and drank instead.
It's good. Yeah. Like they give you like a big portion. That's what I like.
I got one experience at that place, and it was a General Tsao. Or so, however you want to pronounce it.
General Tsao.
And it was all right. But the way they served it, I didn't like. It was almost like the chicken was served kind of with like chicken strip style, and then the general sauce on the side. So
yeah,
I don't know what the deal was with that.
Yeah, that's not right, man. That's blasphemy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, now I want some General Tsao.
That's
I've been saying it wrong. I thought it was General So this whole time.
So it's General. I can't remember if it's Tsao, So, or Tos. It's literally got
Tos.
Yeah, it's got some
like
weird
General
TSO.
Yeah,
that's how it's spelled out.
I don't know. We need to get a hold of an Asian guy and find out.
Let me track down the guy that sold me this MacBook. He's probably like Korean. He'll be deeply offended that we're asking
Korean
him, like,
motherfucker.
Hey man, these Asians, as far as I know everything about everything. So it's all good.
Well, shit, they make like 99% of what's in this room right now.
It's true. It's true. It's very true.
Excuse me. We got a couple of us that are dealing with some flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be 100%.
Yeah.
I got strep, bro.
God damn, dude.
There
Every
you
time
go,
you say that, like
I
get sicker and sicker inside.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not flu because I still have energy. Like, I'm not drained.
Yeah.
So that's like once I, like, yesterday was a day where I felt like kind of like shit. That's when my throat was its worst, and I was like, fuck. And then I was like, but I still got energy. Like, I can still move around. And I was like, this is not a fucking flu. This is not a cold. Like, and then I kind of sat there and thought of it. I was like, ah, shit.
It's coming.
God damn it. That
Maybe
fucking homeless guy.
Taking shits.
Mm-hmm.
You're not coughing a lot?
No, I because like I try to keep all the phlegm under control. Before we started recording, I coughed that shit off and I did the swallow because I didn't want to fucking.
She swallowed.
You can't spit it.
I love it.
So
the
next time it'll probably be. But that time was.
Yeah.
I know it's gross.
Well, I mean, that sucks. I'm glad I'm not sick anymore, man. It was fucking miserable. That was last week.
Extremely.
Now I'm gonna get sick again.
All right, so we came off. Today's a Friday, so yesterday we had the Thursday night football game.
I voted for the Hawks, even though we didn't.
Yeah, I was saying this beforehand. I think we all were going for the Seahawks. I mean,
well, I'm always go for the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of biased.
I mean, always.
Well, it's
forever.
It's tough. It's tough to go against the Seahawks when you're playing against a backup quarterback in the freaking Arizona Cardinals.
Hey man, they got Adrian Peterson, bro.
What did he do? He got 21 yards off of like 25 carries.
Didn't he have like one decent run and that was it?
He had one okay run at the end of the game. Well, it was more after the during the second half. He had a decent run up the field, but I mean, he got
that fumble.
He had a fumble,
which caused that freaking God, what is it called? That safety.
Yeah.
So
I think Russell got hit towards the end, right? And then they said that he might have got a mild concussion.
Oh
or
yeah,
something
he got
like
hit
that.
right in the neck jaw area.
Yeah, it was a bad helmet.
It was kind of weird. They took him off the field, and then he was gonna get looked at or something. But what he did, basically, they had the camera on him the whole time. He went inside a tent and turned around, walked out, and then started putting something back on.
Yeah, so there's some controversy right now regarding if they handled his concussion.
No, I
100%.
heard, this is just rumors, that Louis C.K. was in there jacking off.
Yeah, he's like, you want to see my dick, Russ?
And that's
He's
why
like, nope.
Russell walked
Whipped
back
it out.
Oh my god, dude,
But,
that's fucking bad.
Yeah, well, now to some not so lighter news. Richard Sherman, he's out for the year with that.
Richard Sherman,
Is it a year?
Achilles
I didn't-
tendon.
He's done for the year.
Yeah, I haven't looked up any news, but as far as watching the game and what he was saying, they're reading his lips. He was basically saying, "Oh, I tore it. I'm out for the year." He knows it.
Oh, he knew it.
Yeah, he knew it. He knew it. He didn't want to get looked at by doctors. Like a doctor went up to him when he was coming off the field, like put his hand on him, and then
No,
Sherman
dude,
just kind
he
of pushed his
shoved
ass
him,
off.
and he was like, "Fuck
Get
you,
the
man."
fuck away from
I
me.
know.
It was crazy because he walked off on his own too. Like he didn't need that cart.
He knew. He
And
knew.
He was walking on the sidelines throughout the game, the rest of the game, and he was after the game he couldn't walk, but
It makes
to see him walk off the field and still walk around the sidelines, that's a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, man, dude, it's so sad for fucking the defense
yeah.
losing. I mean, Earl Thomas and now fucking, Sherman's
Sherman.
gone, and I mean.
So,
Hopefully they can. I mean, Jeremy Lane's back on the field.
Oh, I
He
know.
came back right
Oh,
after.
and he played great. I really liked watching.
He did all right, yeah. After because he was involved in a trade to Houston for Dwayne Brown, the left tackle. They actually got a left tackle, a fucking all-star Pro Bowler guy, whatever.
Who also got injured too.
Yeah, and he got fucking hurt too. But he should be. I think it was just an ankle thing. Or something.
So go back on the Jeremy Lane because I thought he got traded, and I didn't watch the game, but I was looking at the highlights and I was reading what happened, and I was like, oh, someone got substituted. It was Jeremy Lane substituted for someone.
Yeah.
And what happened to that trade?
Well, he was traded along with some draft picks for Dwayne Brown to Houston right after they played each other. And Jeremy Lane went over there to he went to Houston, did a physical, and they failed the physical, so they sent him his ass back to Seattle, and then he was playing yesterday.
But what happened to the trade? What did they?
Well, we still have Dwayne Brown. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they gave him back anything else. They got the draft picks. That was the most thing that they wanted, anyways. So I don't know if they compensated him back for giving him back to Jeremy Lane. But even though they have the guy, and just because he failed the physical over there doesn't mean that they had to kick his ass off. They could have held on to him for a bit, anyways. So I mean, it's on them.
So
I suppose.
well, you can't accept anybody when it's on a trade, and if they don't pass that physical, you can't keep them. There's no
that's
way
kind of
around it.
weird.
You have
that's,
to.
That's
No,
funny.
That's the way it goes. Like
How the trade already went through, though. I mean, what are you gonna do? They should have known that before the trade already went through. We already have Dwayne Brown learning our playbook on the field.
Yeah, but when I don't know how that works. Like I said, I didn't know about that trade, but usually when someone gets traded, they take that physical first before anything happens by that new team's doctors. They have to go through their doctors.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't. They probably got a better draft picks out of that trade then.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't look into that, but I just know he was filling in the shoes of Sherman after he got injured.
But yeah, they ended up winning 22-15, right? Or 16.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But the one thing that concerned me, it's always concerned me, but the amount of penalties that Seattle commits.
Oh, yeah.
my God,
It's
ridiculous.
crazy.
They're like on pace for like the most in the season.
And you know what? And this is why I like the Pete Carroll era. I like to think that Pete finds the guys that for whatever reason other teams kind of don't want, except for a couple guys that we've lost.
Oh, they got that Deion Jordan. Is that you're gonna?
No, yeah, exactly. So Pete knows how to get these guys that are just a little flawed, but he can get them to kind of come together and work as a team, and do a pretty damn good job. The problem is their little kinks. They're all kind of a little bit more heated on the field. All these guys play with a little bit more passion out there, I think. So I think the Hawks have always been a passionate team on the field during the Pete Carroll era.
And that's what I'm saying with the loss of Sherman and Earl Thomas. I mean, and the whole Legion of Boom thing. Like they bring, that's what they brought to the defense, is that attitude and the fucking and that I don't know what the hell you just said that word, but
Yeah, someone's got to step up and be that new vocal leader on the field.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys remember when everyone was saying that, what's his name? The guy that used to coach fucking the Niners, now he's at Michigan.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah,
Or John
that he
Harbaugh.
tried to burn Richard Sherman. That's why Sherman would always play hard against the Niners, and why he kind of did like a little in-your-face thing after they beat him. I forgot in one game, but like just little shit like that. I like hearing little stories like that where you have a player that, for some reason, someone said, "Oh yeah, don't pick him up. He's a bad apple."
Yeah.
And then here he is doing his thing, and he beats your team. So I don't know. That's what I take from the Hawks, and like. What is it? Who am I thinking of? Our defensive guy. I've mentioned his name before. The hothead. Is it? I can't remember.
Are you talking about a player?
Yeah. I don't remember he's on defense. I forget.
Michael Bennett, you mean?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Bennett. Bennett plays with such fucking passion, but when he's fucking amped and ready to go, he makes me nervous because he flirts with that line of scrimmage. Like when he's blitzing, I'm just like, someone please get him to relax a little bit because he is like jumped trying to get someone else to jump a few times to where I'm just like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
Just
it's a live and die by that.
Well, it was a good win for Seattle.
Is
Definitely.
it a good win though?
I mean, they got a win.
Honestly,
It's fine. I mean, if it was a better team, they could have easily won that game. If it wasn't Arizona and it was somebody else, they would have beat them simply because of all the fucking penalties that Seattle put themselves through.
My thing is, it's a divisional game. That game should have been wrapped up a little bit easier. You know what I mean? I mean, you have a backup quarterback in Arizona. You know, Drew Stanton. He's no scrub, but when's the last time he played a game? You know. In Arizona, they're not really trending upwards as far as a team. They're more.
I feel like you're only saying this because you're an Eagles fan and because the Eagles are on fire.
I'm an Eagles fan.
You're saying that it should have been easier for the Seahawks?
I've got to say that I think Seattle benefits off of an easy division, unless this year you got the Rams who are actually doing good. But come on,
I mean,
you got 49ers and you have Arizona.
Before Seattle was any good, the whole damn division was shit.
Well,
what do you expect, man?
But what I'm saying is, they should easily be 8-0 or what is it, 7-0 against their division.
Do you see how many injuries we're taking on and how much players we're losing? I mean, we're not the same team we were a few years ago, man.
I'm just saying that you guys should easily beat 49ers.
I can't.
2-0. You know what I mean?
Anybody can easily beat the 49ers.
This is my thought that they should easily beat the 49ers. They should easily beat the Cardinals. And yeah, they'll go 50-50 against the Rams this year. But come on.
I was thinking about this earlier today, and I remember, I think it was a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, but I want to say one, where Richard Sherman was giving shit to the Patriots because the Patriots made the Super Bowl and they were playing against the Hawks, and they said that the NFC is the tougher division. We have a harder road in the NFC than the AFC, and that the NFL needs to tweak that shit. If you look at it now, I think the AFC this year is stepping their shit up a little bit, and not to. I almost don't know. Now I think they're almost a little bit more even. I'd still say NFC is a little tougher, but the AFC has actually been kind of fun to watch this year.
I think it's because the NFC, they have a lot of injuries. Aaron Rodgers is down, so that means the Packers are not going to do good. You got
they ain't going to playoffs.
Yeah, there's no. Nothing. I mean, Brett Hundley, he's all right, but it's going to take him a few games.
Also, the fact that the Patriots aren't dominating like they always are just makes it interesting, and the fact that Philadelphia is doing good. And you have Jacksonville doing better than expected. It almost seems
Rams, Jacksonville, and the other team. Yeah.
Chiefs.
Oh, Kansas City's tearing it up.
They're on a like what 3 or 4 losses. They're still up there. I mean, who knew that Alex Smith is more than a game manager. He's been labeled as a game manager the last few years, and this year he just tore it up, especially that first game.
Did you say game manager or gay manager?
Game manager.
Okay. I was like,
he's not in San Francisco no more, so he can't be gay.
Well, I think let's get to our picks for the rest of the games.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Let's knock those out real quick.
Right. I got
make some picks here.
I have this app that I submit picks to, so I kind of like.
Go ahead, start with the first one on your list, Lala.
All right, so the first game I got here, we got the Saints and Bills.
Can you write down our picks too?
Yeah, I got that. I got you on lock.
All right. So what do we got?
So we got the Saints versus the Bills, and I picked the Saints because offensively they're pretty good, and defensively they stepped up.
Where are they playing?
The Bills. Where are they playing?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's a good question.
That is a good
We
question.
should know where they're at.
I am going to go for Buffalo. They're playing in Buffalo because Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor, I mean, you have had this fucking man boner for him for so long.
They've figured him out.
He's all right. He's all right.
They've kind of figured him out, but I think now he's starting to realize, all right, I got to work. And this is what Russell Wilson did so good. And we're not going to go back to the Seahawks, but Russell was a running quarterback, and then he figured out, I got to become a traditional quarterback. Because in the history of the NFL, I like to think that your rushing quarterbacks have always been stopped after a couple years, and then they almost age quicker because people figure them out, so they fizz them out a lot quicker than your traditional quarterback like Tom Brady, fucking Brett Favre, what's his name, Gary Busey over at Denver when he was playing. So Russell's adjusted his style as much as he tries with his height stuff, but he's tried to be a pocket quarterback, which he can kind of do that. And Jimmy Graham's height helps Russell with that a little bit.
2 touchdowns this Thursday.
I'm excited because I have him on my fantasy team, one of them. So, but yeah,
he's finally being utilized.
Tyrod Taylor had a great sleeper year. I think his second year in the NFL or something like that.
Yeah.
And now they kind of figured him out a little bit, but I think he's starting to come to, and he's starting to take shape.
Well, one thing, too, is because at the beginning of the season, they gave away his targets. I mean, Sammy Watkins got traded. You know, they lost a few players, and they're, like, giving Tyrod Taylor nothing. They're kind of doing what Cam Newton is getting.
I'm gonna take the Saints on this, guys.
You got the Saints?
More weapons. I mean, LaShawn McCoy, he's a beast. He's gonna get a lot of work. He's gonna get touchdowns. Gonna get a lot of yards.
The Saints are 6-2.
But I think the Saints are gonna take the win. Honestly, that's my pick.
Yeah. The next we got Packers at Bears. I picked the Packers.
I'm going for Bears on this one.
This is gonna be tough because this is gonna be backup quarterbacks.
It's a rivalry here.
It's a rivalry, but it's not really a rivalry because
Green Bay.
it's backup quarterbacks in this game.
I got Green Bay because, since my brother's a Packers fan, I got a soft spot for Green Bay. That's why I hate when they play Seattle.
I got a soft spot for your brother.
Oh, I got a soft spot. Want to see it? No? Okay.
Oh, man. Well, according to rule of Louis C.K., if you have a soft spot you want to show someone, you can just go ahead and
I can just warn you ahead of time.
Yeah, so this is going to be the battle of the backup quarterbacks. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna take the Bears.
Yeah, you got the Bears. Me and Lalo and David got the Packers. Okay. Next, we got the Browns at the Lions. I picked the Lions.
Detroit.
Let's see. Yeah.
There's no debate. There's no debate on this one.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Well, I don't know.
Was it Marvin Jones Jr.? What's his name?
Yeah, Marvin Jones Jr. Number
Badass
11.
receiver.
He's still got Golden Taint on there as well.
Golden Taint tearing it up.
He's a good wide receiver. He's found his way there.
What were you saying, David?
Oh, Cleveland and San Francisco. Do they play each other this year? Because I think one of them needs a victory at some point. So,
I think San Francisco will get that victory before
you think
Cleveland.
so?
I honestly think so.
You want to make a side bet on that?
I actually kind of have that. Maybe this week they might get that victory. We'll get there to that pick here soon. So the next we got Steelers at the Colts. I picked the Steelers.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
I'm going Sam. Yep.
But I won't be surprised if the Colts lose because
know what?
Jacoby Brissett is really finding his way the last couple games.
They're playing Pittsburgh.
They're playing at Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay, they're at Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I was thinking
I'm sorry. They're playing in Indianapolis. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Nah, even I think this T.Y. Hilton, he blew up last week. Was that last week?
Yeah, he did.
He had an amazing game. Brissett he played, right?
I got lucky and I played Hilton last weekend. And
nice.
I just don't see it happening again, though.
My thing is, who's going to stop Antonio Brown and who's going to stop Le'Veon Bell?
And Juju Schmeister is out there.
The only person that can stop him is the person that steals his bikes.
It's not going to happen.
And Mia Khalifa. Well, he went over her, so.
Yeah. Mia Khalifa with that nose. Them fake titties.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, we got the Chargers at Jags. I actually didn't pick one right here. I'm going to go with the Jags.
Chargers at Jacksonville?
Yeah. Jacksonville has that defense.
Yeah, the defense is insane. It's freaking doing
And they got Leonard Fournette.
They got Fournette.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
They're gonna get back D.D. Westbrook.
Is he starting this week?
He's gonna be playing. I think they held him out last week because they want him to have more knowledge of the play.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be a big effect.
I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so right away. But eventually, he's gonna. I think he'll.
Some point in the season, yeah, he will.
He's a badass receiver. I don't know if you looked up anything on him and his highlights stuff.
I think I saw some preseason.
He was the leading receiver in yards preseason. This year preseason.
Oh, that doesn't count.
And yeah, but I'm. You gotta understand, he was still freaking getting all the freaking yards. You should see his plays, man. He's badass. He's a fucking playmaker.
Watch the red zone.
I don't know. Give him time to get used to the team.
So who do you got on that one? You didn't pick DJ.
I got Jacksonville.
Chargers or Jags.
I want to. Oh wait. Yeah, never mind. I forgot. I see Los Angeles on this app.
LA, yeah,
that's good stuff. I completely forgot that they're fucking there.
Yeah, there's 2 LA teams, LAR and LAC.
I'm gonna go for an upset right here. Maybe it's an upset. Maybe it's not an upset, but I'm gonna go for the Chargers on this one.
Okay. There's no. All right. Okay, we got the Jacks at the butt.
Jacks in the
Jets.
Butt. What?
The Jets at the Bucks.
Jack off in the
I'm
butt.
going with the Jets because they're on the hot hand and surprisingly they're actually doing pretty good this year.
The Jets and the Bucks.
And
Jameis Winston's out, right?
Yeah, he's out the next 2 weeks, and then you'll have Mike Evans who's suspended. But
he's suspended.
But he's been playing like he's suspended because he hasn't been doing jack.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, that's kind of fucking sad. Last year he was doing great.
I was really hoping that the Bucks were gonna do good this year, especially with Deshaun Jackson joining that squad. That's another offensive weapon for Jameis, but it's been a bad year. So I'm gonna go with the Jets.
I'll take the Jets on that.
Jets.
So we got a sweep right there. All right, next we got the Bengals at the Titans. I got the Titans.
Bengals and Titans. Ooh, I can literally flip a coin for that one.
Yeah.
Wait,
where they at?
Versus Titans?
Yep.
Am I in the wrong week? I got Cincinnati playing Tennessee. Was that this week?
That's Bengals. Oh, wow.
Rip.
I'm going for Tennessee.
Where are they playing at?
They're playing at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's a tough. That's a coin flip as well.
I got to, when it comes down to that, I would like Cincinnati to win. Because
I don't care for Cincinnati.
I don't mind them because they're an organization that's never been anywhere.
They're not going to go anywhere.
So I always kind of like...
You know what, AJ Green, he might be suspended too.
That's what I'm
No, he's not suspended. He's in the game because he got ejected.
Okay.
And this is why Mike Evans is getting suspended because he didn't get ejected that game, so he got suspended. And for AJ Green, he got ejected, so he's not getting suspended, so he's playing.
Tennessee.
I got
Tennessee.
Yeah, same.
I mean,
I don't go for gingers.
I fucking hate.
They don't even have a soul to bargain with.
I'm gonna go. I go still go Tennessee too.
All right, so we got another 3-0.
Circle jerk twice in a row.
Ooh, let's see if we can do it 3 times. We got the Vikings at Redskins. I got the Vikes. Great defense.
Yeah,
dude.
Vikings are turning it up this year.
Oh, that's a tough one too.
And
I think Minnesota's doing too good.
Teddy Bridgewater might be playing within the next few weeks. He got activated to the 53-man roster this week. Sam Bradford's on the injured reserve, so he's done for the year, unfortunately.
Man, I'm tired of believing in Bradford.
You know, he does good, but...
I know.
He's just that knee.
He's made of glass. It sucks.
Yeah.
And he was out of Washington, right? He was out of UW.
Yeah.
I'm going to take...
That's why I think I liked him. It's like, out of UW, we got a good product out of the state of Washington.
I'm going for the Redskins.
Oh, man, you really?
You can ruin the fucking...
I mean, let's see. If Diggs is good to go, he had a root canal, apparently. It's gonna hurt his mouth a little bit. But, I mean, Josh Norman... They didn't let anything. Look at their defense and what they did to Seattle.
Dude, Josh Norman got beat by Baldwin on that last touchdown.
Yeah, that's true.
So he can be beat.
I mean, I don't know, but by these receivers for the Vikings, I think Jared McKinnon's gonna have a fucking amazing game. That's what I think.
Redskins, who the Redskins get the ball from?
Huh?
Who's gonna catch the balls from the Redskins?
Who's gonna catch the balls from the Redskins?
Yeah. They don't have no receivers right now.
I'm gonna take them.
Their best one is freaking Pryor, and he's getting demoted.
He's pretty crappy.
You got Josh Doxson, who's doing decent, but that's pretty much it.
I'm taking the Redskins.
Redskins. All right, whatever.
Keep it interesting.
Jackass. All right, so we got Texans at the Rams. I got the Rams.
Rams. Yep, Rams.
Yeah, sure. LA Rams.
Okay, that one's easy. Cowboys at Falcons. I got Cowboys.
Falcons.
I always go against Cowboys, so Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons. Cowboys defense secondary can't do shit. But all their defense sucks. Balls.
But the Falcons, dude, Matt Ryan.
Des Bryant's also hurt.
You went from going to the Super Bowl to playing, horrible games. Their team just is not doing it good. I'm gonna go with Cowboys.
I'm taking Falcons. They're gonna fucking win their game, guaranteed.
The Cowboys are gonna have their fucking old ass owner, what's his face, show up on the
and Ezekiel Elliott. He's suspended. He's finally suspended. There's no more junctions, no more appeals. He's finally suspended.
And it's also hurt.
And it's gonna kill him because he's pretty much done for the season, right? We're in week 10.
Well, yeah.
We're on week 10, right?
He'll be back, but
yeah. In playoffs if they make the playoffs. But he's done for the next 6 games. All right, so
6
games.
Oh fuck!
So he's pretty much done for this regular
they
season.
Just punish him, man.
He should have just taken that in the beginning of the season, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're gonna move on to the Giants at the 49ers. So I think I'm gonna go with the Giants, but I do hope the 49ers win.
Here's the interesting thing: what I have locked in on this app, I'm actually kind of.
I think the 49ers have a good chance.
They're at home.
I think the Niners.
At the 49ers, yeah.
The Niners at home might have their chance for the first.
I honestly think so, but I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Okay, I got Niners, even though they're division.
Oh man, I want to just like you said, I want to see the fucking Niners pull it out.
I think it will,
but I think the Giants have a better chance of actually getting it.
Yeah,
I'll take the Giants.
9-game losing streak.
I know, dude. That's crazy.
We got the cheater Pats at the Broncos. I'm going for the Pats.
Yeah, Pats.
Broncos don't have a team. They look as good as the 49ers, honestly, in my book.
Patriots as well.
Okay, so that's a sweep.
Patriots can eat a dick as well, but I'm taking them.
I got a few of their players, so I'm writing them.
Oh, so do I. I got from the Patriots. Yeah, I got Brandon Cooks and I've got.
I fucked Brandon Cooks.
Gronkowski.
I hate Brandon Cooks.
What do you got, Hogan?
No, I have Brandon Cooks, but he's done nothing.
He hasn't been the worst.
He hasn't got any touchdowns. Worse. Yeah, Julio Jones, Mike Evans.
Brady's found Hogan a couple times,
but he's out.
This season. Is he?
No, Hogan's out.
Hogan's out. So Brandon Cooks and Gronkowski are gonna begin.
I have Gronk. I do have Tom Brady too, but I don't know if I should start him.
It's 50-50.
But I also have what's his name from the Cowboys? Dak Prescott. And since there's no Zeke,
I have Prescott.
He might. I think I'm gonna go for Prescott on that one. Anyways, last game.
Prescott's ranked. I mean, from what I've seen, he was ranked 1 this week for this matchup.
They're pretty much close games, but points. Excuse me. But Monday night game, we got the Dolphins at the Panthers. I got Panthers.
Carolina. I would like to see the Dolphins win.
They're in Carolina.
Same. Yeah, they're in Carolina.
But I think Carolina being, I think they're 6-2.
Barely.
And
I think they could take it. Panthers.
I got
Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey. I think Jonathan Stewart was fumbling too much.
Yeah, he fumbled the last two games. Last two games, I believe.
And what's it called? McCaffrey got his first rushing touchdown last week.
Finally, they started to utilize McCaffrey.
All right, that's crazy. So I'm starting him this week.
Are you?
It's either I always choose between him and Tevin Coleman, who start week by weekly, or sometimes Jared McKinnon, but he was on bye week last week. McKinnon. Yeah, but so I'm starting McCaffrey this week.
I traded McCaffrey. I thought he was gonna have a bigger year. They should have used him.
He might be coming alive now.
I think he will. I think they're gonna.
I was thinking about trading him too. I was really starting to think about, okay, I don't want this guy anymore. All the hype it's not satisfying my needs.
But I've had him on the bench this whole time. I have really good running backs who have averaged giving me like 20 points. I have, Melvin Gordon, Fournette.
Yeah, I had Melvin Gordon.
I have Jordan Howard from Bears. And I've recently picked up Jay Ajayi, who saved me last week.
Oh, now that he's over on the
Philly
Jets
side?
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, with the Eagles?
Yep.
That's right. And he got a touchdown?
Yeah, he got a touchdown.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
So that's the picks. What do you guys feel like?
So I think that we should probably do something that's fucking painful. I think we should buy some habaneros, and whoever loses has to fucking eat the habanero.
I've eaten habanero before, and it is painful. And I think that's fair.
All right.
But if you would have thrown in like the ghost pepper, I would have probably slapped the shit out of you and said no.
Come on, man. That'll be on the Super Bowl, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to say that the habaneros want to do.
All
and
right.
the ghost be something for something good.
This one would be tough because there's a lot of games that we're all together on. As far as teams go.
Me and you
There's
agreed
some
upon
different
it.
ones.
David actually made it interesting, and you actually went off a little bit.
So there's maybe it's only gonna go down to by a couple games. Honestly, there's like maybe one. Two.
But are we
There's only 3 games.
Are we
4
doing
games.
it for this week or like the summation towards the end of the season?
Dude, this week. This week. There's a challenge
So
comes
it's weekly.
next week.
Weekly. So
Okay.
look out for the challenge.
When the Super Bowl comes along and we want to do something big, we'll do another challenge for that.
How about this? Okay, so we do the challenge, hell habanero, whatever. And then do we do like flash questions? Like, would you rather? Or something? So
okay.
not only are you burning your mouth,
But you have to
but you're
answer
like
questions.
on the hot seat, like of questions
Okay.
and shit.
Yeah.
Hot seat,
Yeah,
hot,
sound like-
hot seat, hot mouth.
You got to get through all the questions before you can drink anything.
There you go. Oh man.
Oh man,
This is tough.
that's brutal.
This is tough.
This should be interesting.
All right,
Yeah, well, that's good. It's good stuff.
all right.
Well, today we are drinking Top Cutter from Bellbreaker. That's a local fucking beer, kinda, from
Yeah.
Moxie.
I mean, if you want to look at it on a broader scale, 80 to 90%. If I could be wrong, but I feel fairly confident.
Talking about hops again?
Yeah, 80 to 90 hops are produced here in the valley. So any beer you're drinking from anywhere, I think in the States, is most likely going to be produced from hops that are
From
made
here.
Yeah. So technically, everywhere,
Everywhere.
You're welcome.
bitches.
And I'm drinking tap water from my sink
Jesus.
in a water bottle.
A dinosaur.
Hey, man,
shit.
you gotta stay hydrated.
I gotta stay hydrated because my throat. It's like I said, I'm having that sore throat. I took some pills, so I should be good. But I gotta keep drinking some water to make sure my mouth is well lubed up. So just in case Louis C.K. happens to want to show me his dick, I'll be down for more than just seeing it.
Just in case Lucy Cake stops by.
I'm all game.
Yeah.
I've watched like some of his stand up and I thought it was okay, but he wasn't.
I've never really watched him either. I mean, I've seen him like on guest appearances, like on Parks and Rec and stuff like that. But not much.
I like that he looked like an average guy. He looked like me.
Yeah, he gives you that hope, like maybe we could do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, everybody looks average. What are you talking about?
So I was playing. I got that new Call of Duty.
I saw.
Have you guys played it?
I
No.
played it. Yeah, I played it with Ryan.
It's pretty dope. I think, in my opinion, it's really great.
It's pretty cool. We played multiplayer. We didn't do any campaign.
Dude, online is cool, huh?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was pretty sick. There's just nobody running across walls or anything.
Yeah,
and
there's no
fucking jetpacking everywhere.
exosuits. This takes it back to World War II,
Nice.
back to the good old days where when you what is it called? When you reload,
Yeah.
they had that ding sound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Brings it back
The
to
one complaint I had was when I was playing, but I was playing split screen multiplayer, and every time you would run over somebody's dead body, their gun was right there on the ground, right? So it would pop up the icon on the screen, right in the middle of the screen, and you can't see nothing. All you can see is like it says push this key and the picture of the gun. But that was because I was playing split screen online. I don't know if
because
it's
it's split screen. It usually keeps it like lower on the
Okay,
bottom
I was
screen,
gonna
but
say,
it's
yeah, well,
split
I was
screen.
gonna say fuck Activision, just for that one little thing.
They got this thing
Yeah, that's
where
bullshit.
they have this new system. So when you're online, it's kind of like, have you played like Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Z?
I accidentally bought the wrong one. I bought Xenoverse like the first one instead of the second one. But
Okay. I don't know if they have this one where you could like pretty much walk around in the lobby
yeah.
and go to different things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so they do that in Call of Duty for
Oh.
multiplayer.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Huh.
It really is. It's really interactive. You get like, you gotta go walk up, get your mail, which is like if you play daily, you get extra points. They have this thing where you could go where there's a chessboard, and you could play.
So it almost.
You could play retro Activision games.
Wow.
They got like 10 of them.
So it's almost like being at World War II.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. But
I can tell my kids about D-Day.
but it's pretty fun if you play the campaign. Josh Duhamel is in it, so it's pretty good. Online, if you play the zombies, which is really fun. You could play as the Doctor David Tennant.
I saw a little
Doctor Who.
Is like okay, so is the zombies? Is it like the old school zombies?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I saw a video on YouTube today where someone was playing zombies, but it was a weird cutscene deal where he was walking through an area, and I was like, I've never seen zombies done like this before.
There's no cutscene.
I must have been watching something different, but I thought it was because the guy said something about zombies, and I assumed Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
But that sounds interesting. I really liked. I did the beta for for Battlefield 1.
Yeah,
and I liked it.
I don't like the game.
I liked it. I thought it was great.
I don't like the capes.
Dude, how could you not like capes? Batman has a cape.
I don't get the capes. I like capes on superheroes.
Have you seen the episode of fucking Seinfeld with the guy with the cape?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How you not like a cape?
That's what's his face, Larry David.
Dude, I'm gonna wear a cape. I'm gonna buy one.
It just pissed me off.
Whenever we go to fucking Bill's, I'm gonna go fucking rock a cape.
But yeah, so I've been playing Call of Duty. I really suck at it. But it's really fun.
I wanted to pick it up because I'm tired of the exosuits. I'm tired of jumping around.
Honestly, you'll like it. I think you'll enjoy it. It's really fun.
There's nothing wrong with it, but the thing is like Titanfall. Oh, dude, this is
that's where they got it from.
Yeah. I don't know how much you like Titanfall, Roach.
The first one was that's yeah.
The first one was fun. The second one's even better. It was a step up. But the thing is, Activision, from what I heard, or EA has decided to like purchase Respawn Entertainment, the guys who actually create Titanfall. So now it's like I don't know how the fuck I feel about that, because last thing you want is a studio taking over, or a publisher taking over a studio, because then you have Call of Duty. Because Infinity Ward used to make Call of Duty, and they were partnered with Activision as a publisher, but then Activision stepped in. And they were the big dogs, and that's why we have Call of Duty every year.
Yeah,
so that's my only concern with Titanfall.
But yeah, I do recommend the new Call of Duty. It's pretty fun. I also got that stick of new Fractured Butthole. South Park game.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Although I got pissed off because I was trying to buy a suit off of the Ubisoft thing, because you can buy like suits and stuff. And they have exclusives from the Ubisoft. If you're a part of the Ubisoft club, you'll get exclusive suits. So I was trying to buy one, and I bought one of them. It was Assassin's Creed outfit, and then I was gonna get the other one.
Yeah,
I believe it's an Iron Man. And so I bought that one, but mid purchase, my game froze.
Oh.
So I turned off my PlayStation, restarted it. Actually, I restarted the game, and when I got back on, I lost a lot of gameplay.
Oh.
I had to start back, so it really pissed me off.
I just had a funny thought.
It's really fun.
You guys are both sick. Were you guys like, suck each other's dicks or something?
No, we had this.
You guys are both sick together.
We were talking about this, that we blew a homeless man. The same homeless man.
Jesus, man, it's making me sick. So you guys blew the same homeless guy?
Yeah, but I got to him first.
Yeah, he got the perks of getting gum.
Yeah, there was gum on the pubes, and I managed to kind of cradle it in with the tongue.
Jesus. I mean,
yeah, it's in the air. Like I said, it's a season to get sick. So
I mean, I got my flu shot this year, so
must be nice.
I got the flu last year, and I went to the doctor. I was like, I don't think it's a flu. I've never had it before. They're like, okay, but we should do a test for it just in case. I'm like, okay. You know how they test for when you have flu?
Yeah.
They take this big old Q-tip thing and they shove it right up your fucking nose, and they get some whatever boogers up in there. They want their mucus, the deep mucus, so fucking one's way up in there.
Yeah.
And then they fucking test that. That's how they do it. I was like, oh shit! Fucking your eyes start tearing up and everything.
I feel like there should be a more efficient way to test for
It's
flu.
like 2017. You think they'd have
I mean, they could check my butthole. That'd be a lot more pleasurable, I think.
I don't know about that.
Well, like
check my stool.
I've had the what's the fucking thing? Well, what did I self-diagnose myself with?
Fuck, I don't know, AIDS?
No. No, that was a couple months ago.
You look like you have AIDS right now, my friend.
Fucking the throat infection shit. Anyway.
Strep.
Yeah, strep
throat.
Last time I
bronchitis,
actually remember having strep.
Pneumonia.
They stuck the fucking... They had that little Q-tip and they stuck it in the back of my throat. The problem is, when I went, I didn't clear my throat. Like, there was a bunch of mucus and shit back there. And the gal, I feel sorry for her. She went back there, so she went to swab the back of my throat. But the thing is, when she swabbed back there, I already was infected. I remember I went home after and I looked in the mirror of like, I wonder what my throat looks like and why it like. Anyway, but she thought she swabbed the back and she did. But the problem is she didn't account for how much phlegm was back there, so she just kind of went there, and I guess it just kind of slipped in there like into like some yogurt, kind of just like texture. And I remember she was like, "Oh," like she was just surprised. I don't know if creeped out, surprised.
Ugh, she sounds creeped out, man. That's what I think. Like, what the fuck?
Because yeah, I had no idea.
Just all slimy.
Yeah, and it was fucking gross. So she took it out. I was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?"
What the fuck's back there, man? Swallow, goddammit, swallow.
So then, basically, I clear my throat and all that stuff, and I start doing the whole salt water, and then like I go in the mirror. Have you guys ever looked at your like tonsils and stuff when you have strep?
No.
It's the creepiest fucking thing ever.
I used to get really bad swollen tonsils when I was younger. They're like fucking big. You can see them.
I had like white like spots. I thought like I was
infected. They're pus pockets, man.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
They take a needle. To me, they took a needle right in the back of the tonsil. And,
it's weird. It's
sucked
gross,
it out,
dude. And I was creeped the fuck out. Like, how the fuck is this? Yeah, it looked weird. It looked weird.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. I mean, you don't need your fucking tonsils.
You don't need them.
That's seriously, you get them taken out. So
yeah. I mean, a lot of like hookers get them removed.
Jesus.
You know.
Yeah, so they could like get that. They get that extra inch.
So they can slob on your knob a little longer.
So they don't get that gag reflex.
Yeah.
I'm game with that.
Yep.
Congratulations to the Houston Astros for being the fucking MLB champions.
Houston Astros, MLB champions. You know, I don't follow any baseball, and I know last time we were talking about it, but
it was a fun series.
Hold on, you said MLS. I was like, wait, what?
MLS?
You did because you're like, congratulations to Houston Astros. No. So the MLS. I was like, wait.
I thought you said MLB.
No,
did you
fuck
hear
the Dynamo.
MLB?
I thought it was MLB.
Okay, maybe I'm. It's because I'm sick. I'm out of it.
No,
maybe it's the AIDS in the room.
Yeah.
But there's too much AIDS in here.
I thought about if we wouldn't recorded today, I would have been irritated, and I would have at least done an MLS podcast, like solo, and uploaded it. But I might still do that just for the fact of getting something.
Hey man, I tried to record like all weekend last weekend.
Hey, you were sick.
Yeah, you were like, oh, I'm coughing.
Yeah, but I tried again a couple times after that, and then turned it down again. Dude, that was on Sunday night. I was down to record.
Oh, I backed out. I think
I backed out as well. I believe because I was tired as fuck that day. I got out of work.
Yeah,
I probably jacked off and I didn't feel like doing anything.
I didn't think recording last weekend would have been good with coughing all the whole time. I mean, how would you like to hear a podcast where some guy's just fucking coughing up his fucking lungs the entire time?
Yeah.
I am impressed with myself because I haven't coughed yet.
It's because you got all that shit just sitting in the back of your throat, just waiting to get poked with a Q-tip. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully during this next podcast, Sunday we'll feel a lot better.
You know, we should try to make let's see. I guess we'll just wait till Friday, huh?
For the habanero?
Yeah, so we can do the habanero thing, but we're going to know the results by Monday.
Yeah, we'll do it on Friday. Yeah. That's good.
But,
oh, how about this? Oh, no, never mind.
Do it.
Nah. I was going to say, like, it wouldn't work, but if we were to make the person who had the habanero make their picks while they were like,
dude, set them up 2 weeks straight. That'd be bad.
Like
I think it's gonna be pretty interesting next Sunday.
I think we should do a little shoot questionnaire. So just 10 fun little quick shoot questions
while you're on the habanero. That's good.
I think the questions or make them sing a song.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But if you gotta get 5 questions right out of 10 or something before you can get water.
Oh, it's a quiz. It's a question.
We could do a quiz and questions, like
so 5 quizzes and 5 questions.
Sure.
There you go. Mix and match or mix it up.
Go. 5 quiz questions and 5 questions.
Yeah. No, actually, I like the quiz idea. I like it.
All right.
I like it. Like,
so you got to get 5 out of 10.
Well, do we want to have that much quiz questions?
They could be easy, and some of them could be.
Well, okay,
hard.
so I mean, what happens if they don't get all the? Do they have to wait like longer for water?
If you don't get them all right, you have to keep going until you get 5 at least. You have to get at least 5 questions right.
And then you get your water, or you
Yeah.
get your like.
Yeah. We'll figure out the details.
We'll figure it out. I'm looking forward to
Interesting. I'm gonna be afraid for this.
it. Lalo has a low tolerance for heat compared to.
You know, I've tried my heat, and I think I could actually handle a little bit more than I think.
No, I think you're coming a ways, man. You can now eat bell peppers.
I don't.
Yeah, the bell pepper, dude. That shit's fucking...
Tapatio, you know, it's not as hot anymore.
It's at the top of the skull unit chart.
But yeah, I think my heat tolerance will be a little bit better. You know, so I'm excited.
Well, that's good. We got that to look forward to.
Can be good.
But let's do a quick recap. What do we all go for again? Maybe we could run through them real fast, just so we can get a last minute refresher.
All right. Well, we got for the Saints and Bills. I got myself and DJ over here. We were going for the Saints. Bills, David. I think it's for the bar. That's what he's going for. Packers and Bears. It's Lalo and David for the Packers. DJ for the Bears. We're all conclusive that the Lions are going to beat the Browns. We're also conclusive that the Steelers are going to beat the Colts. DJ's got the Chargers, as I and David got the Jags. We're all set that the Jets are going to beat the Bucks, and the Titans are going to beat the Bengals as well. We also have me and David going for the Vikings and DJ going for the Redskins. We all think that the Rams are going to take on the Texans and beat them. Cowboys and Falcons. I'm the one going for Cowboys. The other two guys are going for Falcons. Giants and 49ers. We all think it's going to be a toss-up. Either one can win, but me and David, DJ got the Giants for that one. We think that the Pats are going to beat the Broncos. All of us. And the Panthers are going to beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, I still
right.
I don't have any changes to make, nothing like that.
I think the coin flip game is literally the Giants and the 49ers. You know,
definitely.
I feel like any of those two teams can win.
I almost Cincinnati and the other fucking team too.
I almost want to change my vote on that one, but I'm gonna stay for the sake of competition.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna stay on the Niners. That might be the game that saves me from eating a habanero. That's what
right.
I'm going with.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's about it. We're gonna wrap it up for today's podcast.
Yeah,
it was nice talking to y'all bitches again.
Football. Yeah,
we'll have to
Louis C.K. jacking off action.
Maybe next week we won't have any AIDS.
Oh god.
We'll all be healthy as fuck. Maybe.
Hopefully.
We're both looking at David over here with the AIDS.
I don't know if there's another homeless guy that needs some relief. I might have to drop him.
AIDS. This podcast right now was sponsored by AIDS.
Oh,
so if you want AIDS, come talk to these two fuckers.
And we're also sponsored by Salvation Army.
Oh, gee.
Oh, nice.
If you want your fresh shit, go there. Because they have the freshest shit. Literal shit.
It's a story.
AIDS. All right. Well, I guess I'll see you guys later.
All right, man.
Take it easy. Peace out.
Deuces.
Peace.